it's Kristi. Welcome to my Christmas home tour. I'm so excited to show you around today and show you everything I did to decorate for Christmas this year. Go ahead and get cozy, grab your favorite snack and your favorite drink, and then just sit back and relax while I show you around. I'm going to start in the dining room because this was the first room I decorated and was really the inspiration for everything that I did throughout the house. I found these plates when I was thrifting and I absolutely fell in love with them, and I knew that I wanted to go with the little bit more of a traditional vibe this year for Christmas. And for this room in particular, I wanted to go all out with the bow theme because I loved the bows on these plates. I just felt like they were so nostalgic and reminded me so much of Christmas past with lots of fun, all of the vibrant colors, and to me also the bows are very traditional. So I wanted to go with that vibe, and I knew that I also wanted to bring in more green this year. I have a decorate with me where I show everything that I did in this room, and I'll link that for you up in the cards above and in the description box below. Most everything is the same except for the tablescape. Our light fixture installation ended up getting delayed, so I never did make the part 2 for you. So this is where I'm showing you the tablescape as I ended up putting it all together in the end. I wanted to keep the media room fairly simple because it's a very small room and we do spend a lot of time in there, especially at night watching TV. So I really didn't want it to be overly bright with a lot of lights or anything. So all I did was add a few touches, and I think it turned out perfectly. Since you see the media room, the entryway, and the dining room all at the same time, I wanted those 3 rooms to really flow together. So one of the things I did to tie those rooms together was making sure that I used the same ribbon on all of the trees that I have in each of those rooms. I wanted to make sure that the entryway tied into the dining room, but also I wanted it to flow and take you right on into the living room. The tree in the entryway is from Hobby Lobby, and it's a little flock tree. I thought it was perfect by the door. I originally bought it to put out on the front porch, and then Whitney and I just liked it so much in here, so we decided to keep it inside, and I just think it worked out perfectly in this spot. I didn't want to go full bow with this one because I had bows in the other 2 rooms that are flanking it. So I decided to weave the ribbon through this tree, but I did use a bow on the top, and then I also used the same white picks that are in the dining room tree to help tie those 2 trees together and make it feel like one cohesive space. On the dresser, I did the same thing by using the same colors. I used a lot of the red and white and gold in that display to help bridge that gap into the living room. And I think the flow worked out perfectly. And again, for that more cohesive look, I also used some of the same picks that I ended up using in the dining room. Whitney really wanted a more modern feel in the living area, so I brought in a lot more white in this area to help do that. but I still wanted to have those traditional elements. So you'll see the traditional red pillows. I brought in some more green with the green pillow and blanket, and I love how it ended up turning out. Found this beautiful ribbon that I wanted to use on the Christmas tree, and I wasn't sure at first if I wanted to do bows or if I wanted to weave it through the tree. So I ended up weaving the red ribbon through the tree, and then I used my other ribbon to make some bows, and I thought that helped carry that bow theme into this room without necessarily going overkill. Unfortunately, I ran out of ribbon and didn't get to make quite as many bows as I would have liked. That I think would have made it look a little bit better. Now I know for next year what I need to do if I want to do something similar. But overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. And then I just used a lot of the picks that I already had. Most everything you're seeing other than the ribbon on the tree were things that I already had. I wanted the two cabinets in the living room to feel like they went together, but I didn't want them to be exactly matchy-matchy. So I ended up setting up what is almost like a little winter village is what I feel like. I love the white Christmas trees that I have. Those were thrifted a couple of years ago. The left side by the Christmas tree, I ended up setting up that little Christmas tree vignette on the tray, and then the two little houses were from Target Dollar Spot this year, and I thought that was so cute. I loved it. So I wanted to do something on the other side that would tie in, and I had two more of the white Christmas tree candles, and then I had the sleigh and the acrylic Christmas trees I already had from last year. I feel like by using the Christmas trees and then the same type of colors that it really tied those two spaces together without them being exactly symmetrical. I wanted to keep the mantle fairly simple because I really just wanted to be able to use the fireplace and enjoy it. But I did bring in some of those same picks. This is what I did with my garland last year, and I loved it. And by using the same picks that were in the dining room, again, it makes it feel cohesive and it carries that into this room. Then I also added the light greenery. I feel like it gives the garland more texture, and I love the different variation in colors for the green. We are using our fireplace a lot right now, so I didn't want to hang the stockings on the mantle because of a fire hazard. So what I ended up finally deciding was I could hang the stockings on my two cabinets, and I think it turned out really cute that way. The hangers that I have and the stockings are from my stash that I've had from years ago that my mom gave us when we first got married. She gave us both these stockings and the little hangers. It was so much fun to be able to bring these out this year since we were doing a lot more of a traditional feel. This was a traditional element that I was able to bring in, and I loved being able to use these stockings again.
In my heart, but this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You let me, doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart, and I can promised Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do.
I used the white and silver runner on the sofa table because I thought it helped pull the white from the cabinets in the living room and brought that more into the kitchen area as we're moving that direction. And I also wanted to bring in some more green and red into this area. So I did that through the candles and then also my little present boxes. And then I ended up using my other two little present boxes on my tablescape. So all of that, by repeating the colors and repeating the elements, it makes it feel more cohesive and planned out. In my lanterns, I ended up using the two candles that were thrifted on the end with the little ornaments. I love these. I've used them the last couple of years and I absolutely love these candles. And I think this year with my more traditional color scheme, it works even better. And in the middle, to bring in more green, I ended up using one of the little LED Christmas lights from Target. And I love how this whole vignette ended up turning out.
It's the time for all to settle down. Leave their worries all behind. Take it slowly and unwind. And bring the peace back to a torn and shattered world. Let us share with all a Merry Christmas. Let us bring the greatest time of year. Let the words and the wishes take flight and come true.
I did a kitchen decorate with me where I show you in detail everything that I did for the kitchen except for the place settings. That's the one thing I've added since that video. So I'll leave that up in the cards above and the description box in case you want to see more detail about everything I did in the kitchen. But the one thing that I've added since are the place settings. And I love how my table came out this year. Originally, I was planning to use the present box that's on this table in the dining room as the centerpiece on that table. And I think it would have looked really good in that room. But when I put it here, I just fell in love with it. And I thought that it would be perfect to bring the present theme into this room because I felt like it tied into the bows that I used on the tree and that it just carried everything from those front rooms back to this area. And then I found these other little present boxes at Walgreens and I thought it was perfect. And the two glass present boxes I've had for a few years and those were thrifted and I had just changed out the ornaments and bows on that. For the place settings, I'm using the white placemats that I've had for a few years. They're from Hobby Lobby. The chargers and the plates were both thrifted this year. Although the plates are actually Dollar Tree plates, I found them at Goodwill. And I'm not sure, maybe you know what year these plates came out at Dollar Tree. I'm not familiar with them, but I thought they were beautiful and I knew they were gonna work and complement the plates that I had in the dining room. And again, I feel like it pulls the whole bow theme and the green and red traditional colors into this room, but still with a lot of white on the plate. So again, giving it that modern yet traditional feel. I ended up making the napkins into bows. And so under the silverware, I thought it was a little bit plain and I wanted to do something to just add a little something. So I ended up taking this ribbon that I found at Hobby Lobby this year that says Merry Christmas, and it was so perfect because it had the white and the green with a little bit of silver on it. So I felt like it tied everything together perfectly and just added an extra little touch underneath the silverware.
A Merry Christmas. Let us bring the greatest time of year. for the big and the small, for those who are weary and those who came far. Let us come together, keep the winter outside, and follow the star shining bright.
It was important to me this year to bring in some fun, and I've never made a hot cocoa bar before or any type of hot beverage station before, so I ended up doing that in our butler's pantry this year, and I have a video on that too where I put that together. But I love how it turned out, and it's actually a hot cocoa and candy bar because there's actually a lot more candy in it. But we've been enjoying it, and then I keep replenishing things as we eat a little bit of it. But it has just turned out to be so pretty and festive and fun, and it was just that little extra touch that we needed.
Everybody's sleeping, all is peace, and I'm still hanging round in a house that's filled with lights, walking through a midnight wonderland. The wise men keeping watch, now it's midnight, and though it's cold outside, we're staying warm, and the star will always shine. It's the season for all time.
The last thing that I've really decorated was the little hallway that leads into our bedroom. I opted not to do the bedroom this year. I'm thinking next year I will start decorating earlier and try to do that. But I just wanted to do something on the cabinet and the console that we have in that area. And so I just put a couple little vignettes together in those areas, but I also made sure that I brought through those same colors of the red and green, and again, some of the same elements to help create that cohesive look, because you see that area from our kitchen and living room.
The fuss and hustle of yesterday's gone. Now let us focus on the holidays, having fun, coming together with the family and friends, a gift that's heaven sent.
Thank you so much for joining me for my Christmas home tour. I hope that it brought you as much joy as it's been bringing us. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe and join our community. And remember to turn on your bell notifications when you do, so that you'll get notified when all my new videos come out. I'm wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.